The message of the angels to you says, I come to you, calm your pain. My beloved, I come to you today to soothe your pain, because when I speak to you of pain, you know well what I am talking about. Pain and suffering have been lessons you have learned in your life. You have known pain and suffering through many things, in many circumstances. But pain and suffering do not have to be a constant in your life. If you are sad right now, you have to stop resisting that emotion. Because sadness is an emotion that is born in you because of something. In this special message that comes with light directly to your being, you must pay attention and open both your mind and your heart to absorb and find the real essence that dwells in you and achieve changes in your life. That is why, staying until the end, you will discover why this message was really for you and how much you needed it. Also take advantage of the final advice to take your first big step. It has a purpose, and that purpose is partly to ask for comfort. That is why you must let go of your sadness and ask for comfort. That is why I am here today, to bring you comfort through my light, to soothe your pain with healing energies. I am the green ray of healing, regeneration and restoration. I am the renewal, and I come to meet you to bring you hope, to help you release the pain. Because your soul has asked for it, because you have lived through some really sad things that left some very deep wounds in your soul. But you are not alone in this pain. The universe has heard you and responds to you. The angels and archangels have heard you. At this moment you need to be illuminated by the green ray, and that is what is happening at this very moment. I surround you with a green mantle of healing light, a mantle of light that will help you heal the wounds of your heart and soul, undoing any hint of pain that dwells in you. Remember that no matter how dark you see things at times, there will always be light to illuminate your path. You always have with you that powerful force that sustains you, the divine presence within you. Let me wrap you in my wings at this moment, full of love, light and compassion for you. Feel how my presence comforts you. I will dry your tears and ease your pain. The effect of the green ray on you releases any tension, releases all pain, suffering and sadness. The air you breathe at this moment is permeated with the emerald light of the green ray. And so, this loving energy flows throughout your being, bringing calm, bringing serenity. Peace fills every hollow of your being, and so, little by little you are freeing yourself from all that anguish you were accumulating. I know that so much pain and suffering have sometimes made you collapse, but you have to know that you are much stronger than you think. Within you there is a great strength, there is a sacred place. And that place is the divine flame, the living flame of the universe within you. That flame has all power, it can do anything. And with that flame you can also heal your pain, you can free yourself and start again with more peace of mind. If at this moment you are having a bad time because of pain and suffering, accept it. Do not deny it, recognize what is happening inside you. Because if you do not accept it and do not recognize it, you will not be able to free yourself from it. But you have to realize also that you have more things besides pain. Pain is not your only reality right now. You have love, you have some reasons to be happy. That is why I surround you at this moment. I wrap you in love to free you, to calm you down, and thus, suffering goes away. The time has come to free yourself from suffering, because it harms you and a lot. Sometimes it is even hard for you to get used to the idea that you have to leave that suffering behind, because in some way you have clung to that suffering because you have had it for a long time, and you cannot even imagine what your life would be like without it. Pain has been part of your learning. Pain has been part of you, and you will learn to embrace it with love because it is a symbol of your strength. On the other hand, suffering is absolutely dispensable. You can let it go and prevent it from limiting your life as much as it has been doing so far. The spiritual path is a path of evolution and learning, and you are always willing to resurface despite the circumstances. Pain may have developed in many forms in your life, but the totality of that pain accumulated in your soul until it became a source of suffering from which you need to free yourself. And this is the mission I have with you today, to free you from suffering and help you embrace your pain. All human experiences have a meaning, they have a cause and a reason. Nothing happens by chance, and therefore, recognizing the cause that originates them is of vital importance for your liberation from suffering. Sometimes, the way you interpret what happens around you makes you suffer, because you interpret it with your mind and not with your spirit. Always see that in every circumstance there are several ways and possibilities to interpret it, and one of them will be the one that does not hurt you, my beloved. If you recognize that the pain is part of you, you can observe it, you can know it, and you will find many answers. You will know better who you are and why you are as you are now. That pain is yours. There are people who throughout their lives have tried to make theirs a pain that does not belong to them, but only the awakened souls are prepared to understand that they must relate to the pain from love and not from resentment. Now and before we continue, I invite you to subscribe and share our channel. Your support helps us to create more valuable content for you. Pain is there, and it is like a little child who needs to be cared for, who needs you to be there for him, to listen to him and comfort him. Only in that way you can listen to what the pain came to tell you, and you can change things. Today, I take your hand with love to accompany you to embrace that pain, to sympathize with it and to take care of it. You will discover, after doing so, that your soul feels great relief, because that is how it frees itself from suffering. Pain has a process and ways of healing that can prevent it from turning into suffering. By embracing your pain, you will have succeeded in developing one of the highest practices of spiritual alchemy, and that is the transmutation of pain into love for yourself. The love that arises after the pain is none other than a manifestation of the love of God, and when you achieve this transmutation you will feel an enormous liberation and elevation. Wonderful, you will feel a state of fullness and relaxation as you would have rarely experienced in your life. Remember that within you exist the same powers that exist in the universe. That is, within you exists the power of creation, healing and transmutation. Therefore, you have the power and the ability to transform wounds into wisdom. You have the capacity to change that pain into love. You have to trust that right now you are in the process of healing that pain. You don't have to judge yourself just because you have been in pain for a long time. That does not mean that the pain has to be there forever. Each soul has its own pace of healing because each experience is unique and different. The most important thing at this time is that you give yourself love, that you are willing to receive love, and that you open your heart to healing. You are capable of overcoming all these difficulties. Even though right now you see things from a very negative point of view, you have to give yourself the opportunity to heal. Allow me to heal your pain with my light, with the illumination of the emerald green ray to make the suffering disappear and help you overcome it. You will never be alone in this journey. The angels will be by your side at all times. Trust that this pain you are feeling right now will not last forever. Let me bless you with my angelic presence. Let me remind you that I will be by your side at all times. I will help you cope with the pain in the right way. Because the way you face the pain will be determinant for the result you will obtain afterwards. Because if you deny it, do not accept it, and do not take care of it, it will turn into suffering to call your attention, to desperately try to make you take care of it. On the other hand, when you take care of it, accept it, recognize it, and listen to it, pain becomes true love, love for yourself and compassion. Living in pain hurts not only you, my beloved, but all those around you. It is possible that at times you have become obsessed with removing suffering from your life, with getting it out of your life. But to get rid of it, first you have to understand it, you have to know why it is there. In the universe, everything is energy. Pain and suffering are also energies. And energies themselves cannot be destroyed, they can be transformed. Therefore, you can't just destroy pain and suffering. But what you can do is transmute those energies. So, if you feel pain or suffering, listen to that pain, try to understand why it is happening, and give yourself comfort. Ask the angels for assistance and ask us to come and soothe your pain. Because in this way, instead of trying to destroy the pain, you will begin to transform it. And so, where there was pain and suffering before, there will now be love and compassion for yourself. Understand that pain is a cause of something very beautiful in your heart, of your desire, of good, of truth and love. You feel pain when you feel that some of these things are attacked or you are at risk of losing them. Therefore, the reason for pain is not something negative in you. On the contrary, it reveals the purity of your heart. But suffering can be very harmful. It can lead you to survive in a world that seems negative to you instead of leading a fulfilling life. You may find yourself making enormous efforts to prevent suffering from curtailing your freedom, but all this will be in vain if you do not try to get close to your pain, listen to it and understand it. I know this may be very difficult for you, the pain you carry is not easy to process, but believe me, you will be able to do it. I accompany you to free yourself from suffering, my beloved, because suffering makes you physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally ill. Suffering is not a way to overcome difficulties, but a way to make them even more serious and complicated. You can't always be joyful. There are times when you have to take charge of your emotions. And if you feel pain, you have to deal with that pain. Don't judge yourself for being sad sometimes. It is normal, and it is also part of your development as a person and as a spiritual being. Understand that everything in life has a time, a process, and that all emotions require care. Ignoring your pain and suffering will not do you any good. Today you have to reconsider for yourself what you really need and what really does you good. Forget for a moment what you were told was the right thing to do. Learn to find your own answers, your own values. I will accompany you on this mission with all my love, so that you begin to relate to yourself from compassion and love and never again from resentment and judgment. I embrace your soul with all my love, and I hope you are willing to receive this embrace. I know with all my heart that you will end up freeing yourself from this suffering. Now I ask you, are you willing to tune your mind to the melody of success and allow prosperity to flow to you? Today, I have left in the description a powerful tool that will help you and bring you closer to your happiness, peace, and tranquility. I invite you to get to know it. Be proactive and open the doors to a future where success and prosperity are your daily reality. Do not underestimate the power of now. The opportunity you have today to change your life will never present itself in the same way again. Act today. Go for the description and create the tomorrow you deserve. Blessings forever.